Hey folks, this is Eric Mishi, SAVE Executive Director, Suicide Awareness Voice of Education. Give me 1 second. I'm just doing, there we go. Hey there, we got a little break in the action. We had a little schedule change here. Nikki Reisberg, who is with Scrolling to Death, the podcast, we've had to reschedule her to 5 o'clock this afternoon. So I hope you'll join us with that conversation. It'll be a fascinating conversation about the work that she's doing to highlight the dangers and realities of social media and its impact on kids in particular. I'm looking forward to that conversation. Nikki has guests all across the political spectrum: Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, liberals. She does a really incredible job of kind of asking tough questions, raising concerns in a really smart, intelligent, and impactful way. So I would say that we're probably about halfway through this week. It's been an incredible week, amazing conversations with so many people about so many different approaches to how do we raise awareness about suicide, how can we all work together to talk about suicide prevention, what role each of us plays individually in terms of suicide prevention. And one of the things I want to remind people is that we have a donor, a generous anonymous donor, who has gifted us the opportunity to have a $10,000 donation. And so this week, throughout the week, any donation that you make to SAVE of any amount, if it's $1, they'll match it $1. If it's $5, they'll match it $5, all the way up to $10,000. So if we raise $10,000, it becomes $20,000 as a contribution to SAVE. So we've got the link here where you can go make your donation, save.kindful.com. If you got a few extra bucks laying around and want to have that matched as a contribution to SAVE, please consider making a donation. All week here really has been about making sure that people understand that there are resources out there for them, that there are resources that can help them, that if you're in crises, that you are not alone, that there is an opportunity to find somebody who's got the ability to give you some help, that's going to listen to you, that can make sure that you're seen, that you're being heard. One of the conversations we just had with Verna Mickelson talked about the 988. And again, I've got that scrolling on the bottom of the screen here, that if you're in crises or you just need someone to talk to, you can call or text 988, or if you want to be on a chat, you do chat at 988lifeline.org, and you can do a live chat with an operator. It's all confidential. These are folks that are trained. They don't share your information. They don't share your location unless you specifically request for them to do that. So it's a resource that anybody can use, and we encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity to use that resource. Throughout the week, we've talked to, again, a lot of folks on a local, state, and national level. We talked to Deb Stone with the CDC, where she shared information about the National Strategy for Suicide Prevention, which was released earlier this year. We've talked to folks about suicide prevention for veterans. We've talked to someone with the Black Box Project with Stop Soldier Suicide, with an extraordinarily creative, innovative idea that they're doing to work with suicide loss survivors and getting access to cell phones of those who've died by suicide as a way to analyze data privately, confidentially, and with the permission of the family, to get a better sense, a broader sense of the life experience of that individual who died by suicide, and whether or not that data can help support some kind of evidence related to suicide prevention. So incredibly important stuff. We've had conversations about social media and what do we got to do to put guardrails on that, both here in Minnesota with the Minnesota Kids Code, also Kids Online Safety Act that's in Congress right now. So the whole goal of this week and these conversations is to expose you to folks that are out there doing this work, the folks that we partner with. We had a great opportunity to have a conversation with the I think we're now at 65-day term of the CEO of the Trevor Project, James Black. Great conversation about the work that the Trevor Project is doing and how we can all help support that. So over the course of the next couple hours today, we're going to have conversations with suicide loss survivors. We're going to have a conversation with one of the key leaders in the Minnesota Suicide Prevention Task Force, and also with Nikki Reisberg from Scrolling to Death podcast. So a lot of great conversations going on, things that I think are important for people to know about. And again, a reminder that if you can make a donation today, over the next few hours, that every dollar that you donate will be matched dollar for dollar, all the way up to $10,000, thanks to a generous donation by an anonymous donor. We're excited about the remainder of these conversations all the way through Friday. We'll wrap up Friday with conversations again about the National 988 program and Lifeline. We'll have a conversation about Save the Green Bandana Project with Brittany Sensor and Autumn Lemieux from our staff and the work that they've been doing. The Green Bandana Project is something that's focused on college suicide prevention efforts. And I got to tell you, the response that we have gotten to that program from colleges all over the country since we relaunched it about a month ago has been absolutely amazing. So the work that the team here has done to put that together is really being validated by the interest that folks have to be a part of the Green Bandana Project. So a lot of good content coming up. Please stay tuned. Continue to join us for these conversations. They're making a difference to be able to get information out there into the community. You all make a difference every single day by being willing to talk about suicide, by willing to be a friend and a supporter and an ally and advocate to your friends who may be struggling with mental health crises. We're all in this together. We're not alone. We've all got to work together. So look forward to seeing you back here in a few minutes, actually probably about an hour or so. But in the meantime, feel free to continue to look at some of the previous live streams. They're great content, great conversations, and think that they contribute greatly to this work that we're all doing together for suicide prevention.